Hello, my name is Jordan Krizik, and here is my Module 5, Understanding My Community, Natoma, Kansas. For the sociological inventory, once again, Natoma, it is a town size of 311 people. Since I believe, the 2010 census, it is down 7.2%. So it is not a very diverse population. 97% of the individuals are white, 0.9 African American, and 2.1 Hispanic or Latino. The language spoken at home for the children, 5 through 17, 100% English. For the adults, 93% English, 7% Spanish. So once again, it's a very small rural Kansas town, very limited in diversity. So also with the schools, there are two schools. There are elementary and the junior and senior high school. USD 399. Natoma is where the two schools are at, but they pull from two other surrounding towns, Paradise and Waldo. And then there's also kids from Luray, and they pull from four different county lines. But all together through pre-K through 12th, there is 126 students. Economics, 8.3% is at the poverty line. Around 27,000 per capita income, and the median household income is around 53,000. So customs and traditions. So with this being a rural town, Natoma and the surrounding towns are a big farm and ranch. Farm and ranching has been in the families for a long time. That's what they do. Also, it is a very rich oil field. A lot of natural oil around. The town is very involved in the sporting events. There's usually a pretty good crowd at really all the events, because really there's nothing else to do, so they do like to come and support the kids that way. For the kids wise and adults, they're very active outdoors, fishing, hunting, off-road. A lot of the students, they do have ATVs, razors, dirt bikes. They talk about a lot going out to the country roads and doing whatever they do out there. But then also the adults have their toys as well that they like to use and abuse. For the religion, there are three churches in Natoma. They got the Peace Lutheran, United Methodist, and then the Natoma Presbyterian Church. So that is actually a National Register of Historic Places, so a landmark. Great windows and just great architect in there. For some of the community events, Natoma is known for their Labor Day celebration. It's a big event every Labor Day. They have a 5K, car show, barbecue, just cornhole events. Really just a fun time for everyone in the community and the surrounding communities to get together and just talk and communicate. They also have a Veterans Day celebration. The kids put on a Veterans Day musical every year. There's usually someone from the state that comes over and talks, gives a speech that way. Just a good time for the community to recognize the veterans as well. And then they also have their homecoming parade. This is big with all the junior high, senior high students. They also have a bike parade for the little kids to get involved. So it's pretty good way to get all the kids involved with the community as well. So population characteristics, education level, 91.9%. They do in the community have a high school bachelor or high school diploma, but only 20% have a bachelor or higher. Again, with the farm and ranch, a lot of these people just work with their parents or work for families, and then once they get done with high school, then they're pretty much done. Then they already have an idea what they're going to be doing the rest of their lives. For the age, the median age is 47. For sex-wise, it's a 50-50 male to female ratio. Occupation, again, farm, ranching, oil field. There is a estimated travel 24 minutes to work. There is another town that is relatively close, Plainville, that does have larger population, more opportunities that way. Social tension, stability versus odd jobs. There are those individuals that kind of do bounce around from job to job. So there is social tension between the stability with that from the individuals that are continue to work where they do or where they have been for a long time due to, just for families being involved, to the odd jobs of people bouncing from place to place. Communication channels. So with it being such a small area, social media is very influential. The Facebook, Twitter. I'm able to run the school's Twitter right now, so that is a good influence for me. Facebook, they can tell you all the events, all the different sporting events to different activities that the school will be doing. School website, that's also a great way. Radio, TV, daily newspapers do not apply. Foreign language impact does not apply. Where do you people in the community get most of their news information? Either social media, like I said, or just word of mouth. Getting information from an individual, then they go and spread it to another individual, then they get it is known that way. So community groups, there's a large FFA, Future Farmers of America. So obviously with that farming community, they're going to have a large group with that, with the students and also with the adults. The Lutheran Church, they are very influential with the coming to the schools and helping out with pancake supper. They do the local food bank, so I know that helps out a lot of individuals as well. The Lions Club, they have a pancake supper annually. Anyways, the Board of Education, I know that they are made up of members from the community and also from the surrounding communities as well. And then the sporting groups, just with the high school and the junior high sports, those kids are very involved, and that gets their parents and other community members involved as well. So leadership, who are the influencing agents? So I believe that the mayor, he has been the mayor for around 2 to 3 years. So he has a lot of influential leadership that way. The school board president, he's very influential, very informed, a great person to work for. The superintendent / principal, he's very vocal about his opinions and what needs to be done. But that's great though. We need that. School board members, they're out in the surrounding communities and the communities. They're getting people involved, getting people to support the school and the town as well. School staff, they have tremendous leadership opportunities, church leaders and the teachers as well. Community leaders, characteristics, able to handle current situations, make decisions for their town or school. They need to be able to make financial decisions, so it's going to positively affect the town or the schools. They need to be passionate from where they're from, what they're doing, how they're doing it. You as someone to make it happen. They need to be someone able to, if you have a problem or if you have a situation, you need to be able to go to these people, and they can make it happen for you. Widely known, need to be approachable, resourceful within the community and out. Just getting people and materials in place to get the job done, and also just financially responsible, being able to count up the dollars and make sure you're not going over budget. Economic conditions, so it is a rural area, north central Kansas, agriculture heavy area, like I said. Professional services, a lot of farming and ranch style. If something breaks, there's people that in the community that can come out and fix it. Educational services with the school as well. Employment opportunities outside of Natoma, like I said, the surrounding areas, and also Plainville, that is a great area. The property value is around 50 grand. Political structure, politics and education go hand in hand. With the school board president and the mayor, they have a strong hand in how much money is going into the school. So the school budget's around $2.2 million. This is about the same for like the last, I'd say, 10 years or so. Total USD mill rates was about 46, largely community funded. Aid to districts over about 75%. With a large oil industry, that is where they get a lot of their funds from. I mean, since we are such a small school, I mean, the state doesn't give that much money per student, so largely funded from the community. Social tensions, interracial confrontation. I mean, there was an incident this school year where it was a racial logo on a school property, so we do face that. But I mean, proper steps were taken with the students and the family. So cliques, I mean, families, kind of like the Wild Wild West, where these families believe that they're better than this family because they've been there longer, or they have more head of cattle, more land to work, wealth and land, like I said. They might view people who don't really farm or ranch, or they don't really have land, as lower or beneath them, just because that's what they've always ever known. Causes social class competition, again, competing. I mean, who has more toys, who has more farm equipment compared to just the individuals that maybe do have those odd jobs. And then with the low diversity, I mean, there is still racial discrimination from time to time, with it being such a small rural Kansas community. Sources of information. So the school website, that is a great way for individuals in the community to be aware of events, sporting events. They do post school board minutes, the school's organizations, FFA, forensics, other organizations as that. They also have the faculty, and where you can, if you want to ever email them or get in contact with them, that's a great way as well. Town website, they have the city council and employees on the website for you. The different organizations in the town, ordinances, but then also Facebook. I know there's a big Facebook group with Natoma and the surrounding areas, so that is a great way to be informed or be up to date with what is going on. Power structures. So city mayor, school board president, those two are probably the most influential. I'd say the superintendent as well, but then the school board members are very influential. That's pretty much really how it goes, and then it goes down to the faculty, not only the teachers, but also the janitorial staff. They've been there forever, and they've had multiple jobs in the community as well, so they are very resourceful. If you need anything, they are able to get those materials, or find out get the person of need that would be able to do that job for you. So, I mean, even though it's a small town, I mean, everyone knows everyone, and they can pretty much help out where is needed. Multicultural issues. So with the shortage of our diversity, the teachers are starting to trying to weave the culture into the school. I mean, teachers speak about historic events, Martin Luther King Jr. days, meals for Lent. I mean, no meat on Fridays. So they are working those in. Dress code, that's a big hot topic. I mean, it always is with especially high school students. I mean, they're going to push the boundaries. So being able to adjust, but also stand firm with the dress code is a large part with that. Public opinion. So surveys don't really do those. It's all word of mouth. Board of Education discusses issues. I mean, they have a good idea of what's going on, and so they can bring that to the school board meetings. Tells what should be done to increase public understanding, support, in particular in schools. School board public forum. I mean, you can always come and talk about whatever an issue is, or the parent teacher conferences is a great way to meet with the teachers, meet with the superintendent, also see the board members and talk to them about that. Public opinion surveys, don't really do them, don't really send them out, I believe, personal interview, that is the best. If you have an issue with someone or with something and you want to talk about it, how to resolve that issue, personal interview is always the best way, I believe. That way, I mean, you can take notes, and have it down, so you can go on and talk to whoever needs to talk about that. So that is it. Thank you.